ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all having a great and wonderful day. I know I'm having a great and wonderful day. I know that this is an hilarious topic in and itself for me, so I'm going to talk about it. What we have here is, breaking! CNN permanently shuts down opinion section. You love to see it. You love to see it. Now, we're going to be breaking down some of the things that CNN has been talking about and all that stuff about Project 2025 and all that stuff, and how they lie consistently over and over again. So here's what we're going to have. Here's what we're going to go through. CNN's opinion section will be permanently shuttered on August 9th. A number of writers were informed on Wednesday via email that the decision had been finalized. The move was first revealed earlier this month, with journalist Claire Atkinson noting on Substack that contributors and the team working behind the scenes to gather, edit, and publish opinion pieces have been told they'd be let go in the coming weeks. Just a quick note to let you know that unfortunately CNN has decided to shut down the opinion section. Opinion editor Hillary Krieger sent in an email per The Hill. I hope our paths cross elsewhere. In a statement to the outlet, a senior executive at the company added that it had made the decision at the beginning of the month to sunset the opinion vertical on CNN.com as a result. We will no longer have a standalone opinion section. The opinion section currently includes articles with titles such as Project 25 is coming for our kids too, and it's time more horror films push back against queer stereotypes. It isn't entirely full of pieces that skew left. However, amongst the aforementioned pieces are those with the titles such as Why We Can't Give Up on Capitalism and the Downside of Raising the Minimum Wage. Again, here's what we have here with CNN. So, this is what CNN's disgusting article here. Opinion. Some jobs should never be done by kids. Project 2025 sees things differently. So we will break down and I'll show you exactly what's going on here. Kind of show how CNN is actively lying. They're being monsters. They're being disgusting. And they are not quite good at their job. But they are good at making propaganda and lying to people. Working a minimum wage job, scooping ice cream or lifeguarding at the local pool is a summer rite of passage for many American kids. A growing number of mostly conservative officials and activists, however, have a different idea about what constitutes age-appropriate employment for minors. Across the country, some officials, overwhelmingly Republicans, are looking for ways to usher underage workers into potentially dangerous jobs like factory work, including having them take late-night shifts. The far-right playbook known as Project 2025 goes so far as to propose that the Department of Labor roll back regulations restricting underage workers from taking regulated jobs in dangerous fields. On Tuesday, Paul Dance, the director of Project 2025 and a former top advisor in Trump's administration, stepped down amid intense criticism, including from the former president, and amid intense scrutiny from Democrats and their allies who are harshly critical of the program. So here's what I'm going to be talking about here, about the Project 2025 stuff and all that BS, right? Because we're going to go down together. So obviously what we have here is this. Project 25 director Paul Dan steps down from Heritage Foundation amid blowback from Democrats and Trump. So, again, Trump was actively against this to begin with. He was not really up for this in the first place. He said, of course, Trump says, President Trump's campaign has been very clear for over a year that Project 2025 had nothing to do with the campaign, did not speak for the campaign, and should not be associated with the campaign or the president in any way. Trump campaign advisors Susie Wiles and Chris LaCivita said in a statement, they said reports of Project 2025's demise would be greatly welcomed and should serve as a notice to anyone or any group trying to misrepresent their influence with President Trump and his campaign. It will not end well for you. Now, let's jump into the lies that CNN has been propagating here about Project 2025, at least some of the things that you've been saying. So, they were saying that, that the Republicans were saying are looking for ways to usher underage workers to potentially dangerous jobs like factory work, including having them take late night shifts. Well, let's go and investigate that, shall we? So, we have this here, and if you type in anything in underage, in the Veterans Health Administration, you're going to see that you're going to have the under the age of 65, which, it doesn't work there. And then you have this here, where, you have the underage, 20 hours a week for single parents with under age 6. So, Administration for Children and Families, which is the temporary assistance for needy families. That's what's here. Now, we're going to type in young adults. So, we have this here. So, we're going to talk about the young adults. So, hazard order regulations. This is what they're referencing here. So, some young adults show an interest in inherently dangerous jobs. Current rules forbid many young people, even if their family is running the business, from working in such jobs. This results in worker shortages in dangerous fields, and often discourages otherwise interested young workers from trying the more dangerous job. With parental consent and proper training, certain young adults should be allowed to learn and work in more dangerous occupations. This would give a green light to training programs and build skills in teenagers who may want to work in these fields. DOL should amend its hazard regulations to permit teenage workers access to work in regulated jobs with proper training and parental consent. And it says, workforce training grant program. The federal government spends more than $100 billion per year subsidizing higher education, but close to zero supporting people on non-college pathways. So if you go and see this here, you're not seeing anything that says underage. Now, are you? You're really not, are you? And CNN here is saying that it's underage. Nowhere in here does it say underage at all, unless you're talking about the other thing that we're talking about, the other act, not with the hazard order regulations. And if you people want to know, for the far leftists that are not understanding what young adults are, we have this here that's saying introduction, and this is young adulthood spanning approximately ages to 18 to 26. It's a transitional period during the life course when young people are generally expected to become financially independent, to establish romantic relationships, and become parents, and to assume responsible roles as productive and engaged members of the community. So, my good friends, young adult, aka young adulthood, is ages 18 to 26. With the parental consent, because even if their family is running the business. So, I don't know what to tell you guys, but CNN lies. They're a huge garbage organization, as they should be treated as such, and don't believe them. Don't watch their garbage. But it's hilarious to see, because CNN permanently shuts down its opinion section, which is absolutely hilarious. I love it. And they're lying. They lie. They consistently lie. As I said, they said underage, and it's not underage. It's young adult, which is 18 to 26. So have fun with that, Democrats. It looks like you can't spin your opinion or false narrative anymore, and we love to see it. Alright, guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care, my friends.
I'm disgusted by what I see in public. Even people closest to us can't be trusted, 'cause it's algorithmic disease, the social media.